Hello my beautiful people, welcome to your Spring Equinox energy update with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. So this is a little something different. I'm hoping to do this for the Spring Equinox, which I'm doing now, the summer solstice, the autumn equinox, and the winter solstice. So at 4 key points of the year, you know, just so as we step into a new season, we can see what the energy of that season is going to bring us over the course of this time. So these messages, all of them, whether it's for the air signs, the water signs, the air signs, water signs, earth signs or fire signs, these are specifically for your sun sign only. These messages are specifically for your sun sign only. So if you're a Sun, Libra, Aquarius or Gemini, these are for you. With that said, I would like to bless both of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path, or should I say us on our path to our highest vibrational good. So what we have here is you get two cards. So I recently acquired a new deck, Pam's Vintage Tarot. So it's a Rider-Waite deck, but it's a little bit more seasoned looking, which I absolutely love. And then I've got my original Rider-Waite deck here. And if you look at them, they have kind of a light and dark yin yang sort of thing going on. And I was looking at them and I was like, okay, this feels really relevant. So let me tie it into the point of the year that we're coming to. So the Spring Equinox. So basically what you have here is two cards. You've got this card, the first card with the Vintage Tarot, is about what you need to release. Okay, so this is asking you, what is it that you are what is it that you need to release in order to move into spring in the best way possible. We're going to start with Libra, and what you're releasing is the King of Wands. So this is the need for, and I have to say this may very well be a need for an accolade, or maybe it's not necessarily a need for an accolade, but it might be where you feel this need to check in with people or to be seen doing something. This is basically cautioning you against whatever it is that you're working on at this moment in time, Libra, whatever it is that you want to start to build in over the course of the spring months ahead. You need to do this behind the scenes. The King of Wands is always out there on stage, right? He's happy to be seen doing what he's doing. And as an energy or as an experience, the King of Wands always sees us approaching everything with passion and vigor, right? Those are really great things, but he's very much about he likes to be seen, let's put it that way. So the fact that you're phasing this out, what is it that you need to let go of in order to move into spring in the best way? You need to let go of this idea that if nobody sees you doing it, it's not really happening. This is that whole thing of, you know, sort of kind of set yourself some goals, work on them quietly, smash through those goals, and then once you've completed them, then let people know what you're doing. So whatever it is that you are thinking about doing or creating, you need to take that energy out of it now. This is a time for you to just do without anybody necessarily being able to see the moves that you're making. And for your next card, which is what you should be planting, what is the energy of, what is the best seeds that you can sow for now? All right, so what you're welcoming in is the King of Swords, right? So wow, look at that. You've got a double hit of this kingly energy. And remember, the kings are the highest expression of their suit. So what they offer you is basically a fast track in some way, shape or form. So your King of Swords, in complete difference, this is about really doing things by the book. Maybe this is signing a legal document, maybe getting some sort of copyright in, maybe it's you finding a publisher. This is about taking something to that official. This is about making something real, but making it almost like legally binding. So the best seeds that you can sow here throughout the springtime is basically getting those pieces of paper, whether this is getting qualifications, maybe it's going to be you picking up some sort of, this is the time, this is the sort of thing that you want to be doing, which is going for new qualifications, maybe new studies of some sort, maybe it's getting registered or getting some sort of a license. This is about you making making things official, but this is where you sign that piece of paper that says you can do this, or you are qualified, or you are legal to practice A, B and C. So the seeds that you are sowing throughout spring is basically creating, or rather moving things into a very official capacity, which is a brilliant energy for you. Lovely. And look, you've got these two kings, and obviously you've got the King of Wands, which is fire, you've got the King of Swords, which is air. These are complementary elements, which means that throughout this springtime, whatever you are working on behind the scenes, whatever you're busy beavering away on, it has all the best chances of success. It literally just relies on you. So Aquarius, my fellow sun sign Aquarians, let's have a look, see what is it that you need to release in order to be in your best, or at your best, for spring. And this time you get the Justice card, right? Very, very nice. So this is about making, or rather it's actually about releasing commitments that you know you're no longer tied to. This could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be it could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be a friendship, it could be some old project as well. This is the other thing as well. Whenever you see the Justice card, it's about commitment, right? It's about what we tie ourselves to and the decisions that we choose to move ahead with. The fact that this is your card for what you're phasing out, or what you need to release in order to do spring right, this is about you really releasing the connections, or even the baggage in some way, shape or form that is not going to serve you. Whether this is a friendship, whether it's a partnership, whether it's a job, whether it is a project. And the reason I say project is because sometimes we start things and we say to ourselves, I know this is going to take a lot of time, I know this is going to take me ages to kind of get done. But what this is basically saying to you is, if you haven't done it up until now, there's no point in stressing about it. Just release yourself from that burden, because it's going to create a lot more time, energy and space in your life for all of the things that you do want to focus on at this moment in time. Whatever commitments you have tied yourself to that are either no longer doing what they said on the tin, or no longer assisting you to step forward, now is the time for you to release them. All right, so what are you planting here in the spring? What is it that what are you going to get the best results from at this moment in time? And this time you get the Knight of Cups, right? This is about creating your own opportunities. This is about you reaching out to people. So over the course of spring, over the course of the next 3 months, this is the time for you to start networking your tushy off. You want to be speaking to people, you want to be going places, you want to be asking for opportunities, maybe reaching out to different companies, maybe reaching out to different freelancers, maybe working with people that you haven't thought about working with, or maybe in some way, shape or form you're branching out. The Knight of Cups is usually an offer or an opportunity that comes to you. The fact that this is what you need to be planting for spring to be a successful harvest for you means that this is about you reaching out. It's about you finding your own opportunities. It's about you really starting to network and put the feelers out to find people that are going to assist you, people that are going to stand by you, and ultimately people that are going to help you get ahead. This is about you going out there into the world and saying, right, what connections can I forge now that are going to help me get to where it is that I would like to be? It's a very exciting springtime for you, Aquarius. Okay, and then finally for Gemini, what is it that you are releasing in order to move into spring in the best way, or the best energy that you need? Okay, that one seems eager to jump out, and it is the Five of Cups. This is the time for you to let go of what is done. This is the time for you to let go of what is spilt. Whenever you see the Five of Cups, you see this person who looks like they're kind of in mourning. They've got the 3 cups in front of them that are spilled and dashed, but behind them they have the 2 cups that are still upright and still full. Now, what this kind of says to me is, over the course of spring, what you're phasing out of before you move into this season in the best way is letting go of what is already done, what has already served its purpose. This is indifference. So Aquarius, this is about actual connections or things, right? Whereas for you, Gemini, this could very well be about your emotional feelings. It could be about things that you're tied to. For some of you, this could be even a place that you're tied to. This is about you really just saying, you know what, it's run its course, and to even think about it is now causing me hurt, upset or pain. It's time for me to release this now so that I can move forward. Whatever grief, whatever loss you have suffered, it's now time for you to release the feelings around that so that you can step into spring and move into what it is that you are supposed to be doing for the best and brightest of your life. And then finally, for your what you're planting over the spring, what are the best seeds that you could plant. This is time for you to break out of the box. New things, new places, new people. This is about you upsetting the apple cart if you have to, right? Saying the things that you haven't dared to say up until now, speaking your truth, opening your mind. Whenever you see the Tower card, right, for everything else, we would see this and we'd be like, oh, okay, so there's a big change or a big shift. This is about the seeds that you need to be planting. What could be revolutionary for your life? What are the steps that you have been wanting to take that you know will change everything, but you've been holding back on? What is it that you have maybe denied yourself or maybe spared somebody else's feelings? Now it's time for you to kind of throw that to the wind and just say, right, okay, it's time for me to do what is different. It's time for me to switch things up. It's time for me to change things up. And the only way that my life is truly going to change from here on in is by really sticking to my guns and ultimately going out there and doing all the things that I said I either couldn't or wouldn't because of A, B, and C. This is about stepping out of your own box, Gemini. It's about stepping out of the known, out of the comfortable, and going for it. So over the course of the next 3 months, this is about you really sowing those seeds of everything that is going to be revolutionary and ultimately very changing for your life ahead. So there are your sun sign spring equinox energy updates for each sign. Let me know, did you love it? Did you loathe it? Let me know as well, you know, as spring comes up and you know, and we go through the months, let me know how this shapes up for you. What is it that you're going to be letting go? What are the seeds that you're going to be planting? Does it match up with what's here? Let me know in the comments below. I wish you so much of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic time of it. Take care, and I'll see you soon.